Good early morning, my beauties, from the Magic Kingdom. We are here today to, of course, cover the Magic Kingdom portions of the D23 updates. And by golly, are there a lot of updates, some of these dating back to at least 2015 to 2017. But of course, it is Halloween time at the Magic Kingdom. But as we make our way down Main Street, you can see all of the beautiful Halloween decorations. Now, as we start to make our way down Frontierland, normally this would be the part where I break into, song and dance about all these construction updates. But if you can kind of see it in the distance, yeah, we gotta buy you to go down. And plus, I would say there are a few updates to talk about with Tiana's. I don't really want to say that they're good or bad, but interestingly enough, it doesn't look too crazy around these parts. Again, seeing this main entrance sign just kills me. Let's see if anything has changed in the kitchen. Oh, purple peppers. Didn't know purple peppers existed. But of course, no fans. Oh wait, I lied. There's one right there. Then walk through the nice little gallery. I love looking at all these pictures. They're so cute. Oh, I need to get me some beignets. And then of course, the best AC in town. Ooh, that feels good.
Band she found can play. Hallelujah!
They can play, no doubt. We'll ask them to join the band for sure.
Scotty, you were right. The Bayou got just what we need.
They sure can play, but we've got to keep searching high and low.
Where can I go?
Where'd they go?
We lost them.
We have to find them. Where are they?
Oh, y'all got itty bitty little buddies.
But you found the sound I was craving.
Now let's get you back to your big, bold, beautiful self. You'll get there in no time.
I think I like row 4 the best.
What a band! I knew y'all would make a big splash at this party.
Well, my beauties, let's talk a little bit about Tiana's Bayou Adventure and how it's been going since opening. It's basically about the same as it was with Splash Mountain. The ride does break down very often, but at the end of the day, there's nothing you can really do about that, okay? I know a lot of people are trying to get up in arms about it, saying, oh yeah, this ride is so bad because it keeps breaking down. Guys, let's be real, Splash Mountain did the exact same thing. But in terms of how I feel about the ride, I still love the ride. I think it's the most adorable ride at Disney. But as we start to make our way back through Frontierland, let's talk about the new construction updates. Now, to everyone's surprise, even my surprise as well, we are somehow, for some reason, getting a Cars Land. Now, before everyone gets too excited, well, sure, I am excited about it, but it's not going to be like Radiator Springs over at Disney's California Adventure. Apparently, this time, they're going to be set in a sort of mountainous area, if you will, as if Radiator Springs isn't necessarily mountainous. And it's a very, very interesting article from the Disney Parks blog. It says, don't get too comfortable in Radiator Springs because it's time to leave the pit stop and head west into exciting new frontiers. On this adventure, guests will be able to experience not one, but 2 exciting new Cars-themed attractions. Now, I don't know if that means that we're for sure getting Radiator Springs Racers, because here's the thing, our test track is their Radiator Springs Racers and vice versa. So in my opinion, I don't know if it would really make sense to get that same type of ride, but either way, I'm excited about it. But even then, we don't know if it's exactly going to be Radiator Springs Racers or if it's going to be something that mimics that type of attraction. It says, one attraction will invite you on a thrilling rally race through the mountains. Take on wild terrain as you race across the landscape, climbing mountain trails, dodging geysers, and Mater's favorite, splashing through mud holes. Yeah, it literally sounds like a different version of Radiator Springs Racers. Now, in terms of the second ride that we have, it says, but what about smaller racers? The second attraction will be geared towards them and will be fun for the whole family. Get ready to start your engines. Work on this new space in Frontierland will begin in early 2025. Now, essentially what we are going to be getting from this at the moment is the closure of both the Steamboat as well as Tom Sawyer Island. Now, some people think this is a controversial thing. I personally don't really care. Okay, I've only visited Tom Sawyer Island once, and that was on my 20th birthday back in 2020 during COVID times. Now, I think I did put that in a vlog. I'm not 100% sure. Quite frankly, I don't even remember what all went on. I don't even really know how they're going to utilize this space, because while Tom Sawyer Island does cover a decent amount of land, when you think about it, there's not really that much space beyond Frontierland. And this is what's going to bring us to the second new experience coming to Magic Kingdom. Now, this one has been anticipated for years, and I mean years. Probably since before I even started visiting Walt Disney World. So per the Disney Parks blog, of course, once upon a nightmare, a place where poison apples are aplenty and magic potions can ruin your whole day. For all those things hiding in the shadows, it's time to join them as we lift the veil on a forthcoming Villains Land at Magic Kingdom.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who now is the fairest one of all?
You poor simple fools.
Ah! With their hands!
Now shall you deal with me?
Now, I gotta tell you guys, while I am more of a Heroes person, I am stoked for this new experience coming to Walt Disney World. This experience, this announcement definitely took over D23. But here's the thing, I think most people, myself included, would just prefer a whole villains park. Disney has more villains you can count on a whole hand, on both hands actually, probably on your whole hands and feet. So why they wouldn't just put all the villains in the park, I don't really know. But in terms of what the concept art is showing, it looks absolutely gorgeous. At least in my opinion it does. I am, again, so stoked, so beyond excited about this one. Now, another thing that people are already talking about is how this is basically Disney's clapback at Universal's Dark Universe coming to Epic Universe. I don't really think that's the case because, again, this new Villains Land has been anticipated for years compared to Dark Universe. But again, at the end of the day, my only thing is that Disney has so many villains to where they could have just put them in an entire park of its own. But also keep in mind, with this new Villains Land, all we've gotten was concept art for the land itself. Okay, they haven't announced any attractions, any shows, any food. It's literally just concept art showing off the entire land. And even then, things could change in a couple years. They didn't even really show an anticipated date. And again, just looking at the area, there's a good amount of space, but I don't really know how they're going to utilize it. But also, another thing that people are expecting to lose is the river itself. And honestly, I don't really know how I feel about that. Honestly, what they could do with the river is make this a sort of moat. Like, they could obviously shrink it down a lot to, of course, increase more space for the new land. They can make it some sort of moat that enters into the Villains Land. But at the end of the day, I'm excited about this new Villains Land, and quite frankly, you guys should be too. Because let's be real, this will not only be Magic Kingdom's biggest expansion, but really Disney's biggest expansion in years. Now, my beauties, there is one more thing that we need to talk about, and honestly, you know what we'll do? We'll pop a squat right here on the beautiful hub grass. Believe it or not, I've actually never sat on the hub grass before. I don't know why, I just never really had an interest in it. But let's rewind it back to when I was a kid. You know, visiting Walt Disney World the first couple times, 2006, 2009, 2011, even 2014, right before I started high school. One of my favorite pastimes was just chilling out on Main Street, watching the nighttime parade, the Main Street Electrical Parade to be exact. Well, it's been way too long, my beauties, but we are finally finally getting an all-new nighttime parade. Now, of course, because this is definitely going to be a big one, Disney didn't give out too many announcements in terms of it, but they gave us enough. And of course, going back to the Disney Parks blog, Broadway darlings and former Disney Live Entertainment cast members Rachel Potter and Eden Espinosa graced the D23 fan event stage during Horizons with this monumental announcement. The all-new parade, Disney Starlight, is coming next summer. Disney Starlight will continue the nighttime spectacular legacy started by the Main Street Electrical Parade using the latest technology to tell new stories about the characters you love. All of this is brought to life by the magic of the Blue Fairy, in addition to beloved characters from the Walt Disney Animation Studios films, Peter Pan, Encanto, Frozen, and more. Now, my thing is, I don't really want to consider this to be an updated Main Street Electrical Parade, but at the same time, I feel like that's essentially what it's going to be. In my opinion, I think this is going to be a mix between both that as well as Paint the Night over at Disneyland. And of course, just looking at the bits of concept art that we have, it looks absolutely beautiful. The floats that we see in the concept art look striking. But I guess at this point, all we'll have to do is wait. But also, let's be real for a minute. Only having to wait till next summer for an all-new Disney parade, that's actually not that long a wait. But yeah, after about 8-9 years so far, we'll finally have an all-new nighttime parade making its way down Main Street. And in my opinion, this is honestly an announcement that not enough people are talking about. Now, my beauties, before we head out, I kind of want to mention something because a lot of people are comparing, all the announcements that were made at D23 to what Universal's doing with Epic Universe. Here's my thing, okay? They're two completely different entities. They cater to two completely different audiences. And while I would have preferred Disney to announce a fifth park, at the end of the day, all that they announced at D23 for the parks and resorts is enough to satisfy. Well, my beauties, that's going to wrap it up for this little Magic Kingdom vlog, and I mean little Magic Kingdom vlog. Literally, all I really wanted to do was go on Tiana's, check out how things have been going over there, and of course, talk about the D23 updates. But never fear, we still have one more park to cover. So with that all out of the way, we do this every single week, so make sure you like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell. Take care of yourselves, and we will see y'all next time.